Hey guys, welcome to Tommen Talk with Brie, Crystal, and Steph. We have Jenna on with us today because we are doing our new segment. It's called Bot Unplugged, and our whole goal is basically just to create, content and connect with other creators online who, have the same passion and obsession we do with the Boys of Tommen. So that's what we're here to do today. We have Jenna, who is, she can introduce herself, but we just wanted to connect with her. She's gone viral for a few things, mainly her timeline, Brie, and you've probably seen that. We have connected with it. It's probably the best one out there. We have collaborated with her to kind of make it, I guess, as accurate as possible, but we also know we are only human, so sometimes things do come through. We pick up on new things every day, but we just wanted to chat with Jenna today and talk a bit more about her love for bot, everything, I guess, in relation to the timeline theories, what she's excited for, and yeah, I think that's basically it. So Jenna, do you want to just introduce yourself, like where you're from, what got you into Boys of Tommen? It's kind of like your little time to shine.
Okay, so I'm Jenna. I'm from Kentucky. And what got me into Boys of Tommen, honestly, I think I started my reading journey last July. And just it was one of the first big series I saw on Book Talk that everyone was like, you should read. And Releasing 10 hadn't come out. I think Taming 7 had just came out around this time frame. And I was like, okay, why not? It's not a US based, it's romance, which is all I read. I'm a big romance girly. So I gave it a go, and the obsession has not stopped since then.
Yeah.
I feel like it happens to all of us. We go in, we're like, cool, a romance book, and then you're like, what did I get into? But then it's I love it so much.
Chapter. Yes, the first chapter of Binding 13, because I listen on audiobooks. I had to re-listen to at least 4 times to figure out what hurling was, because it's Shannon talking about Joey hurling, and I was like, I don't know this sport.
Yeah.
What's going on?
No, literally.
I feel like we've learned so much about rugby and hurling and just Ireland.
Literally.
In general.
I know what a try is now.
Or even the binding, I was like, oh, that makes sense. I didn't know what that was.
It's not fandom. It all comes back. But it made it more fun. You kind of have to look up and get more involved with it, instead of just if it was American soccer or American football, something like that. You would just know. It was fun learning a new sport along with
interactive.
Yeah.
You can, especially because I remember when my first time reading it ever, she has that glossary and the beginning of her books, with all the Irish slang and stuff like that. I remember I was going back in and I was like, okay, what does this mean? I was like, oh, that means idiot. That means you're dumb. I was like, what's a shift? I was like, I don't know what a shift is. And I would go back. I was like, oh, they're kissing. And I just remember going back and forth, okay. And I was like, I'm learning a new language over here, guys.
Well, then I would hear it on the audio, and then I would see snippets on TikTok, and I'd be like, oh, that's how that's spelled.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have put that together.
Kiva's
name. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Never put those together.
The first time I ever saw Kiva's name, I was like, is her name Kayomi? I really thought
I was like, is it Cami?
Yeah. I was trying to pronounce it, and then I went to the front and I was like, I am not saying that right. I think I went on TikTok and I was like, how do you say this?
I actually think we're saying it wrong though, based on Chloe, it's her accent, but it was more Kifa.
Yeah.
We're saying Kiva.
There's 2 pronunciations. So
yeah,
there's
the way she was saying it was Quifa.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, we've been saying it wrong.
I can't say it that way. So I'm saying Kiva till I die. That's just how
Kiva.
It is.
It's not a V, it's an F.
Yeah.
It's Gibsy's name too.
Video we did.
Everyone says it's Jared or things like that. It's Gerald. Tag's name in at least the audiobooks, it's Tag. But most people say T.
Yeah. And in that Irish mythology video we did, this girl from Ireland commented and was like, you're killing me. I love the video, but you're killing me on how you're saying this stuff. Anytime you need someone, let me know, because I'll help you.
It probably doesn't help as well, because we all have you guys are obviously more similar in your I guess accent, but my accent's very different. So I'm it doesn't help that we try, even if we all say the same word, it sounds different.
Yeah, all different accents. Yeah. Most people are like, oh, okay. We came to a general consensus that we all just don't know what we're saying. So yeah. I think that's
going with the flow.
We're all learning together. It's a learning experience.
That's so true.
Is there any specific scenes in the book, Jenna, that really stuck with you? Some of your favorite scenes, or?
I do always love and think about the Shannon and Johnny Biddy scene. Whenever he takes her there for the first time. I'm sorry, my dogs are coming in and out right now. Okay. But I love the Shannon Johnny Biddy scene. I love just honestly any Claire Gibbsy, them just playing around, joking around scene. They're just so fun and lighthearted when they're vibing together. And honestly, really, when they were still young and with Lizzie, and you get them doing the bye 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 dance, that kind of sits right free in my head sometimes, just thinking about them dressed up.
Nostalgia, you know what I mean?
It fits Claire's personality, and then you think just Gibbsy as a boy, you're you have to be so confident within yourself to be able to put on makeup, do your hair, and be I don't give a crap. Yes, I'm doing the bye 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 dance. And then you think Lizzie, and you're okay, I didn't expect that out of you, girlfriend, but Let's go. Like,
And when they're Irish dancing camping, like by the fire,
Yeah, the
Yes.
Irish. Yeah.
I just picture that. I'm like, that's so funny.
But imagine you're all sitting there, everyone's like drinking, and then it's like,
They're just like doing an Irish jig over there. Like, I'm probably picturing it completely wrong. Me and Stephanie, yesterday, we're talking about the new snippet with the Halloween like trail with the torches. Me and Stephanie are thinking like they're
so
transported
embarrassed.
back in time to the 1500s. They just call torches like flashlights torches.
Yeah.
And like
I was like, why are they on a trail with
Another
fire
one. I'm like,
torches?
I'm like
So I was
picturing
thinking,
like,
like, either
I'm
those-
imagining them like with the wooden like stake, like
Thank you.
like Game
I
of
had to
Thrones.
send a photo of what I was envisioning of this like medieval Viking
I'm like
torch.
reading the
to
messages, like,
Crystal.
what are they on about? It's a flashlight. Because we call it torch here, and obviously we adapt our like language from the UK, which same with Ireland. Like, so I'm like, it's a torch, like it's a flashlight.
me and Stephanie were like, is it a tiki torch? Like, what's going on? Are they
I'm
like,
not
like,
that's what
why
I
are
thought.
Why are they on a trip? Like, is it a hallucination? Is it like a witch hunt? Is it like
we
what
went way
is
too
it?
far down this rabbit hole of
I was
torches.
like, wait, when did we start talking about Vikings? I was like,
We literally were like, it's like they had a pole with like an open flame, and they're just like
Yeah, and
hiking
they're
down
just all
a trail.
walking through the woods. And
That's
I'm like,
literally like,
I'm like, it doesn't make sense. Like,
also like
So-
teenagers holding open flames. Like, yeah, that's super.
yeah,
well, that's why I was confused. I was like, who allowed this?
Woo!
why do they have
No,
fire?
it's just actually a fight.
I
It's a
remember I was talking
flashlight.
to my one friend from London. She's like, Brianna, what are you talking about? And I was like, what happened to flashlights? And she's like, they don't, that is a flashlight. I was like, what do you mean that's a flashlight? It's a torch.
Two very different things
different
here.
words. We have
I
different
was
words.
like, I'm a little embarrassed. I'm a little embarrassed.
It's
Oh wait,
so
we
dumb.
went really far, really
You
fast.
went so far, and I'm like, what? They just didn't have flashlights on their phones, so you had to have a torch. Like,
But it's just called a flashlight.
It's like
torch.
That's
A
so
torch.
funny. That's so
So
funny.
now I've got a new image in my mind that replaces the medieval fire.
I don't like
Now I'm
medieval
gonna
ones.
see the word torch in like a historical fiction or something and be like, oh, they're holding flashlights in the 1500s. I'm so confused.
This is what we get for being American, having our own terms.
Do you have a
Crystal's
favorite
just trying to have a great Taylor Swift day, and
Yeah.
we're just going on about.
Yeah, your guys were like, I was like, I can't keep up.
They're like, I can't
Like,
deal
I'm
with you
trying to
idiots. Like,
album.
no.
Just turns her phone off. She's like, I'm done.
I've been pretty D&D, I'm not gonna lie, for the past 40 years.
It's okay. Jenna, do you have a favorite couple or a favorite character in the series?
Definitely favorite couple. Well, okay, that's hard. Overall, probably like Joey and Aoife, like if I had to. But currently Lizzie and Huey for sure. But that's more or less just because their books the most recent, and I'm just like needing that happy ending. But that also goes back to if I had to pick a favorite character, it'd be Lizzie because of how misunderstood of a character she is. Like I get caught up thinking all the time that I'm like, our view of her as readers and then the view of her in the Quartin are so completely different that like half the time I'm just like wanting to strangle the Quartin, and I'm like, no, like that's not right.
Like, that's not her.
It's not her. Like, please.
Yeah, like the Corten just sees her like as this viper, and then like if you
Yeah.
ask since we're the readers and we've been in her head, like we know like that's not her. Like Lizzie is not a viper. She's actually very loyal. She's a good person.
Yeah.
Like she just has more of like a lash out personality, like Joey does. Like when like someone's being bullied or when she herself is threatened. You know what I mean? So she has that like little poisonous bite to her, but she's not like rude. She's not a mean
No.
person. Like at her core,
like,
she's just
she's
like
literally-
really kind.
Yeah, like
person.
she's always quiet unless it comes to Gipsy. Like he is definitely like just different for her because unfortunately he's trying for her. But really when it comes to anybody else, she's just kind of quiet in there and doing her thing. Like until spoken to,
Yeah.
she's just fighting on her own. Like she's like, cool, I'm here. It's sad to think, but she's honestly just happy she got an invite. Like if you think about the camping trip,
Yeah.
like when you have Lizzie's point of view, you know, like her biggest fear is being left alone, not being good, like being left behind friend. So you know on that camping trip, she's just excited she got an invite.
Yeah,
And then
that's honestly that's really true if you think about that. I'm rereading the 13s and like when Shannon's talking about Lizzie, like she talks about how Claire's like very outgoing and outspoken, and she's like she doesn't really have a filter. She kind of just says what's on her mind. And then when she comes to Lizzie, she's like Lizzie's more reserved. Like she thinks about what she says before she says it, and she's like more like to herself. It was really really interesting because in a way, Lizzie and Shannon are very similar in their like
And I think
demeanor.
that's like looked over a lot.
It is looked over, and I didn't recognize it fully until I was rereading the 13s, and I was like, this is kind of like Lizzie, like you said, like to just want to be included. Shannon always just wants to be included, even if she can't go. You know what I mean? Like it's very interesting to see like the comparisons between like very different characters, but very similar characters too.
Mhm.
So like I feel like everyone sees Shannon as like this amazing person, and she is an amazing person. Very bold, but she doesn't really cause harm, you know, but she does stand her ground. She knows what she wants. I mean, we even see it with Johnny and her, like when Johnny's like kind of freaking out after telling Shannon about his injury, and he reacts bad. Shannon's like, I'm gonna tell you exactly what's on my mind. We are not gonna talk ever again. Do not talk. And then she like goes out of the car. And I was like, honestly though, like that's something Lizzie probably would have done. Like it's really interesting if you think about it. But I feel like there's so much discourse around Lizzie in the fandom that you're like, no, Lizzie's just this like a loud bully that just like is like always like causing a scene. And I was like, that's not her. Like I think we read different books, maybe. Like she's really not. She's a quiet person. She's actually very shy if you think about it.
I really wonder now that, like, honestly, you say that, I wonder if Shannon picked up on being that way from Lizzie and Joey, because we all know Lizzie and Joey are very similar in their characters. Yeah. And when you read the beginning of Releasing 10, when Lizzie is in primary school, she talks about plenty of times how Shannon was getting bullied, and she was just like throwing rocks and backpacks at these girls like left and right. She was like, fine, if Joey's not here to defend you, like, I got you, girl. So I think she saw Lizzie stick up for her in that type of way, and then obviously she's seen Joey do it her whole life. So I think she just kind of took that in and was like, all right, if that's how it is, then that's how I'm gonna be too. Like, I'm not gonna let people just walk all over me just to do it. And sure, when it comes to more physical violence, like with the bullying, she kind of was at a disadvantage there. But when it came to words and something like Johnny, she was like, I'm not gonna just be a doormat. Like, I'm not gonna let you disrespect me to just do it. Like, I'm gonna stand my ground.
Yeah, it's really interesting.
I think that's like when you reread it, like you're flipping back into those perspectives, and then you're trying to like stop yourself from like being consumed by what's happening in their mind, and then trying to remove yourself and like look at it from like a bird's eye view. And I think like some people will just struggle to do that, which is fair, because when you're reading, you want to immerse yourself into that person. Like that's the idea. So it's very difficult to remove yourself and look at it from an outsider and be like, well, I'm just reading these words and just trying to interpret the scene, not be that person. I think that's what people struggle with. Like I got like comments on a video yesterday being like, why is Hugh all of a sudden obsessed with Katie, and then he's no longer obsessed with Katie? I'm like, the one line that says he's obsessed with Katie. Who is that coming from?
And then people want to argue the point where it's like, people always are trying to argue with me. They're like, it's not all POV, it's not all perspective. Like Chloe can't start changing like the characters, like personality stuff. Like Johnny can't be the most intelligent and then change it to Hugh. And I was like, that's not what happened. I said, whose POV told you that Johnny's the most intelligent? Probably Shannon or himself. You know what I mean? So like you're seeing it from biased individuals, because every character in the book is biased. Everyone has a personal bias, just like how I have a personal bias. So like if Shannon's going to describe Johnny much differently than Lizzie's going to describe Johnny. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because there's not that connection. They're not in love with each other. You know what I mean? So it's like everyone has a personal bias. It's the same as like Claire and Gibbs versus Liz and Gibbs. Like everyone's going to describe the characters differently. I mean, we even see, I think Gibbs' character is a really good example of it, because all his friends think he's like this big slut. Yeah. The entire time they think he's this big man who sleeps around with all these girls and just wants to get with like school faculty and like stuff like that. And like we know Gibbsy now because we had his point of view. At least we know some of his point of view. And that's not why. Like he doesn't want this. Like he's not this. He was a virgin. Like, and all his friends are like, I know like where your dick's been. Like, no, you don't, because he didn't actually do anything. So it's really interesting because everyone like wants to fight. Like, oh, it's not up to POV. It's not to perspective. I'm like, no, like this is literally the point of a first person narrative, especially in an interconnected series. This is literally the point of it, to show you that perspective matters. I'm sorry if that doesn't fit your narrative, but that's literally what it is.
I was gonna say, I feel like it goes to show how her books are very realistic compared to a lot of other like romances that are still supposed to be realistic. Like most romance books you read, if there are a core group of friends or even just 2 or 3 friends, they just somehow know every little thing about each other and they can look each other in the eye and know exactly what they're thinking. Not in the Boys of Tommen. Like it's a perfect example of you can have 6,000 friends but not know anything about what's going on. Like it's so much more realistic.
Like we can all be sitting next to each other and doing the same exact thing, and we can all have different experiences and different emotions regarding that same event. You know what I mean? And that's so realistic. And it's not like I'm gonna be like, hey, Crystal, let me tell you every single emotion I've ever told you I'm thinking right now. You know, like you don't do that. Like you also might like smell something and it might trigger a memory that it might not do for another person. Like you're never gonna know everything that's going on inside someone's head. So like the way Chloe does it is so interesting and so honestly amazing, because like she can literally keep building and put these layers, and there is Easter eggs throughout the books on like why someone's acting like a certain way. It's just like once you get their POV, you're like, wait, that's why she said that, and it said like she gasped instead of like smiled. You know, like body language really matters too. Like I was just reading the Pound Shop Razor scene with Claire, Liz, and Shannon, and it's italicized that Lizzie's very exhausted there. And like Shannon takes it because she's tired too, but they've been shopping all day. And I'm like, but it's like highlighted twice how tired Lizzie is and how she leaves to go watch her soap operas or whatever. And I know there's probably more to that. I don't know what it is because I don't have that part of the timeline yet, but there's a reason Lizzie is exhausted. Like I take a mental note and I'm like, okay, why is Lizzie so tired here? Like she's like literally like, and it's like all in italicized. I'm staring at it and I'm like, that's intentional. That is an intentional thing. Shannon takes it as she's like just tired from shopping, but I know there's more to that. I know there is. And I'm like, I can't wait to see like when we get the future POVs because I'm like, why was she tired?
Like I don't think this is a series you can read once to truly understand it. Like if you want to read it once and move on, like good for you, but like to truly like understand everything that goes on, I really think this is like 2 reads to a 3 read series to like really be able to catch everything. And that's why I kind of think the timeline's important because there were so many things I did not catch until I did that timeline and put everything in order. And I was like, oh, this was happening when this was happening, and then this person was here and that person was doing that, and then you're like, oh wow, like this is really all coming together full circle.
You truly find so much information, even like the more times you read it. Like I remember I read the books like 4 times and I went back in and was rereading certain scenes. And then I found out that like Shannon's bully, Loretta, back in primary school was literally the person Johnny lost his virginity to.
Yes, I remember catching that too.
Like, I was like, did everyone just miss this? Because you wouldn't think of it. You don't put it together, not nearly in the same books. And it's like so long, the time frame between them. And I'm like, oh, this is the girl he was going behind the shed with at school like all the time. Like that's weird. That's odd.
Oh, Johnny.
Right? Like it's so funny. But I guess that brings us into like the timeline because you created a really good timeline reread. It's literally phenomenal. It's the one I use. So I definitely said this is the one everyone should follow. You also created a study guide with highlighting all the events. I know we collaborated together on calendars. So kind of talk us through that process. What made you want to do it? What made you realize the timeline was so important? Stuff like that.
So I did the timeline. It was literally the week before or like a couple of days before Releasing 10 came out. And I remember I wanted to do a full reread before Releasing 10 came out because I was just like, so much like has already happened, and I wasn't sure if we were going to get the full backstory or if Releasing 10 was going to pick up where Taming 7 left off. But I was just kind of like, I want to be able to pick up on all of these little details because I'd be scrolling on TikTok and I would see people starting to put things together, and I was like, I don't remember that, or no, that didn't happen at the same time. And I was like, you know what? To heck with it. Like I'm putting these in order. Like for my own sanity, I have to know when these things happened. So I kind of like thought about it throughout that week, and then Releasing 10 came out, read it, and I immediately was like, oh, this is the backstory. And I started to remember some of Saving 6, and I was like, I know Saving 6 is happening before this book ends. So I was just like, okay, I'm gonna sit here and do it. And I did it in like 24 hours, I think. Like I stayed up all night and I was like, I am getting this thing out there. Like, and it was actually like super exciting to see how supportive people were about it because I didn't have like a following at all then, or like anyone really coming to my page. Like I was just kind of posting for funsies, as I still do. And everyone immediately was like, oh, we need this. Like, it was fun to be like, oh, I'm not the only one that's been sitting here just spiraling about what's been going on at the same time. And the second I put that out, the amount of people that were like, oh, I'm doing this. Like, I'm going to reread this. And now I get tagged in videos all the time of like, use Jenna's guide. It's amazing. I'm just like, thanks. Like, I appreciate it. Thank you.
That's how I found you, because you popped up on my For You page like immediately after R10, and I'm a fast reader, so I was like, oh, this is perfect. She's like the only one out there, the only one I have. I just remember like watching your video of you like literally like scurrying through everything trying to make this like guide. And I was like, okay, you know, I can't think of anything else. I'm just gonna do like a full timeline order reread. And that's when I was like, I'm gonna use Jenna's. I tagged you in my video. I was like, if anyone wants to know, this is what I'm using. Like, I'm just gonna do this because I can't think of anything else. I'm consumed. And then when I did it, I think we were messaging back and forth. I was like, wait, I think
if you did the reread before me and you kept like doing your series, and I was like, holy crap, like everything is happening at the same time. I was like, Brie, I need more. Tell me what's going on.
Literally, I was just like, oh my God, this is so good. I mean, it was pretty accurate already, but we were like messing with a few dates here and there, I remember. Because there was like some
that's how we realized some of the dates were different, like depending on the version of the book. Like there's somewhere towards the middle to end of Saving 6, I remember the dates in the books and the dates in the audios didn't match up, and me and you went back and forth on that because we were like, I think it's like a difference in October and January, something like that.
That's exactly what it is.
2001.
It's something with the UK versus the American copies, because the audios follow, well, the audios up until I think it said Taming 7 follow the UK. It's like a different company.
Yeah, because then they were all the indie covers for Binding 13 through releasing or Redeeming 6. I can't remember what Taming 7's was. It may have been the American cover, but
it was still the same order. Like they still had the same contract for audiobooks for Taming 7, because I think we asked Elle about this.
I can't remember fully. One followed one followed the other.
Yeah. Releasing 10 definitely had the US cover, where the rest of them, besides I can't remember Tommen 7, but I know the rest of them had the indie covers.
Yeah. But that timeline is literally so good. Like, I mean, it's in our bio. Like, it's literally phenomenal. Like, it's like, it's just something that like, when I'm going through it, like I always like go through it again just to make sure and try to update it as we find more information. But like, you really don't know how much is happening until like you really do a reread. Like Shannon's birthday is the same day that Aoife is like getting essayed by Teddy. Like you don't know that. Like you don't know that. Or like New Year's Eve when Hugh and Katie are kissing, Lizzie and like is with Pierce and then her mom goes into the hospital. Like I'm pretty sure something's happening to Joey at the same time there. Like it's just like so much is happening that you're like, oh my gosh. Or like I remember like something about Shannon's ponytail being cut off, like something else happens that same day. And I'm like, what is happening? I just remember like being so like I was taking notes. Like I printed out your timeline and I was taking notes on it before I even made my own PDF. I'd made my
because
PDF.
that's what inspired me to do the study guide.
Yeah, because I made it in my notes app. So the spelling was awful. But everyone, and I was like, I made a video like, oh my gosh, like everyone needs to do this. Like I was like tagging you and I was like so much is happening. I don't think we realized. And then everyone's like, put your PDF out there. And I was like, my PDF sucks. Like it's awful. Like it was not pretty. Like it was my notes app put into a Google Doc. Like it was so ugly. I was like, I'm sorry. Like I'm not fixing spelling. I'm not doing any of that. I'm not making it pretty. I'm not aesthetic. Like I'm just going to put this out there.
That's how my OG timeline was. It was so ugly.
Yeah.
And if you look at my video, Hugh's name auto-corrected to Huge. So if you look at my timeline explanation video and you look at it, his name is Huge.
I don't know if this happens to you guys, but whenever I type Gibbs, it auto-corrects to Gina. So like Gina is all in like original document everywhere. Like I'm like, what? His name's not Gina, it's Gibbs. Or like Hugh will be high, and I'm like, just go with it.
Yep,
just
it's fine. It is what it is. But yeah, I saw you do that, and then I was like, okay, and I was about to start my reread. I was like, I'm gonna take notes this time around because I also have like a peanut-sized brain, and I'll be like, oh, I'll remember this. This is so easy. And 10 minutes later, I'll be like, what was that again? So I was like, I'm gonna take all these notes, and I got to right at the beginning of Taming 7, and I kept seeing all of your all's videos together, and me and Bria had like chatted in the comments some, and I was like, I have to message Bria about all this stuff I'm putting together because this is insane. And then that same day, me and you were in Google Docs, like making a chart of a calendar, trying to figure stuff out.
I was like, we gotta add Crystal and Steph to this. I was like, can we please just share this with everybody? Because I think this needs to be like a collaborative approach. I think it needs more than
a big
fun.
project.
It was a big project, but it's so good. Like
I love that calendar.
It's so good. The printout is like incredible.
It's my pride and joy. I love that.
We gave a copy to Elle because Elle was like, I need that.
Yeah.
So she has like a
she wanted a reference because she was forgetting things and she wanted to know the birthdays and stuff. And then
that's so exciting. We need to add Tag's birthday to it now that you found it.
Yeah, we'll add everything once I'm
I like constantly look at it and I have it on my phone, so like I'm constantly just like looking at it going, wait. Because
someone will message me something and like they'll be like, oh, but this happens here, and I will literally screenshot the calendar. I'll be like, actually, and I'm like, this exactly, and they're like, you are crazy. I was like, I never said I wasn't. Like literally never said that I wasn't.
Like, have you met me?
Like I said
at the beginning of releasing 10 we missed, like, because whenever I first started taking my notes, I was trying to be very vague, and then it just slowly got bigger and bigger, and I was like, okay. So I went back in and reread the beginning of releasing 10. Kind of, I think that's like Lizzie like age probably 3 through like 9-ish that I went in and like really detailed, and there's a lot we could add for that too.
Okay, cool. We'll have to go back and add it in.
Yeah. I think that's the beauty of like a live document. So like we can obviously update it, and we will update it with the next books as well. I think a lot of people ask us that, like, are we going to like add to it with the next books coming out? We're like, yes, we will.
Absolutely.
We'll need more colors to use though, and we might have to print it out in A3 because it's too small now. Like the font is so tiny.
It's so tiny.
But yeah, it's funny because like we showed Chloe and Chloe had seen it, and she was like, "Are you guys making money off this? Like, are you selling it?" We were like, "No." She's like, "You guys should make money off this."
Like, put it on Etsy. I'm like,
just knowing that Chloe has seen my whole day's made. Like, just knowing Chloe has seen that calendar.
Yeah, she loves
Can't get better.
We were telling her all about it. We were like, yeah, it was like we collaborated with Jenna. Like it was so good. Like she was so happy about it.
And it's funny because she forgets things herself, and she goes onto the Wikipedia page and she's like, "What is the date of this?" And we all know that's not accurate.
Like we got you, Chloe.
Talking about Katie's birthday and how like decided that Katie's birthday was that, and that's why it's on the Wikipedia, but it's actually in December. But she didn't really care because she was like, she hadn't really said like that anyways. I think it's really
like, sure, September, great, perfect,
whatever works. Yeah.
I don't know how the fandom created Katie's birthday. I truly don't understand it. I took it from the Wikipedia probably too. I was like,
I think it may have been a Facebook thing. Yeah, I think
it was on Facebook, and it was in like the school
the
schedule. Yeah. But Chloe took that from
from Wikipedia.
Like we all just like collectively
what
took this date.
She's so real for that.
I thought it's so funny because even Elle was like, I always forget the birthdays. I was like, well, they're in the calendar, so
yeah. I know everyone was like mad that Elle didn't post. Everyone was like mad that Elle didn't post on Katie's birthday, like for like a happy birthday post. And I was like, I don't know Katie's birthday.
The only reference I found to it was I think it's Aoife who says
That's what I was gonna say. Like, I thought it was
something about it being in December.
Yeah, Aoife
And
said
that's
something
the
about it
only
being
reference
yeah.
ever that I could find.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do another reread.
Like Chloe even.
And I only found that because there was like a controversy over the September date. And
Yeah.
I was like, okay, well, when is her birthday?
Okay.
And
I want to know.
the only thing I could find was one reference to the month of December. And it's just like really quick. It's not like it's like a lengthy convo. It's like a passing comment.
Yeah.
If I put it in there, it came from the schedules or from the Wikipedia page as well.
I don't know.
So many apologies.
Well, that's
For
what
the
Crystal said. That's
inaccuracy.
what's great about it being like a document we can go back in and fix. Like, it can always be updated. It can be changed. Like,
Yeah, and as more books come out, I'm sure we'll get like, because a lot of them we had to use like kind of deductive reasoning where we were like, okay, well, this happens here and we know this is around this date. So
yeah. Like
kinda, like, place things like that.
I think Shannon, Lizzie, and I think Claire goes too. They all go shopping with Adele like right before the winter ball. And I remember we sat there for like a good couple hours debating like which weekend was this and when did this happen, just trying to like context clue out in the month.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because it's hard because not
Yeah.
every single chapter is one day. And I think people think it is. Like
Yeah.
there's multiple days or even multiple weeks that go through in the same chapter. But I'm
I
like,
think Shannon's
it would
book
be
has like 6 to 7 chapters itself between her
Yeah.
book and then Joey and Eva's book.
Taming seven, like most of the book is like only like a week long. And I'm like, wait a second, this is crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And then she switches from like the real calendar to like
Yes.
a made up calendar. So determining like when the real switch happened and like when she got back on like the normal calendar, that was so hard because we were like,
I wonder if that was intentional.
why did that happen? Like,
think
it
that-
just had to be on a
What are you
weekend.
doing?
I'm
I feel
almost
like-
wondering if like she didn't mean to like have this timeline be as big as it was. You know what I mean? Like,
Especially with like some books being dated and some not. Like she probably should have like maybe was going to
Yeah.
plan to date them all, but then obviously didn't date like the early ones. So you kind of like, oh, well, now what do I do? But it's funny because like talking to her and talking about the dates, like she gets the dates mixed up. Like she doesn't necessarily know. Like we would be like, she'd be like, do you remember that back to school party? And I'd be like, 8th of January, 90s
I
party.
know exactly what
I got you.
And she's like, she's looking at us like we're actually unhinged. She doesn't like, so often what we found, because I know there was a lot of scenes where you're using like context clues to figure out what exactly it is. It says Friday, it's a Saturday, it's a school day, that kind of stuff. Like that's also not always accurate as well. And I think people think the days are accurate, but again, she is human, and she, like the editors, like we spoke to Elle about this, like the editors are supposed to pick up if there's a timeline and there's a date, you're an editor, you're supposed to pick up and say, no, that's actually 3 weeks, no, it should be 4 weeks. Like with the 40th day treatment, we asked about that, like that obviously being the wrong date, like technically the editors should be picking up on those things.
Oh, wait,
That's why we need to send them the calendar. But
Here, do you all need this? We did. Here you go.
like, so for example, like things like when
Is
you're
it in
trying
there?
to piece things together, like the weekend, and then someone's at school. Like, do you know what I mean? Like that kind of stuff. You're kind of like, well, how can they be at school if it's the weekend? And
But it says about Katie's birthday. Serving pints and pricks in R6.
Okay, let me look. I'm probably found it.
And it says, and then it says, and that makes me pregnant. I demanded on my hips. What's next? Are you going to tell me that I put on weight too? Aoife, no, ma'am. Jesus, I'm not pregnant. Shaking my head. I stalked over to the fridge and swung it open. I had a period before Christmas. You did? Yes. You sure? Yes, ma'am. I rolled my eyes. I specifically remember because I'd been out shopping with Casey that week and didn't buy this really cute white skirt from the Modern to wear out for Katie's birthday, even though it was a total bargain at a tenner because I knew I couldn't risk wearing it. So before Christmas, they were out shopping for Katie's birthday.
That chapter specifically is between January 7th and January 9th.
So it's probably December.
Yeah.
It said before
Okay,
Christmas.
so it says Christmas, and by that I said December.
yeah.
It's December.
So time to do an update.
We'll have to figure out. That's the only thing. There's not going to be anything else.
Yeah. We might just need to like blanket it how we kind of did Tag and Ollie's until we get, because I'm sure in her book we'll probably get an actual date, because that's when we get a lot of their birthdays is in their own books.
As you've just said, I've just thought of something, but I'll talk about it later.
Okay. Write it down. Don't forget.
Just a sidebar.
Because I would assume like in December 2004, you and Katie would probably do something for her birthday, right? That's actually worse now that I think about it. Crystal, is this where you're leading to? Okay, we'll discuss it later. Wait, this is worse. This is awful. All right, well, that's an after podcast conversation.
Yeah, I'm like kind of angry actually.
No, I'm actually really
That's a-
bad now.
After dark situation.
I'm like,
I'm
okay,
like
I'm
really-
not spiraling about the same thing. I
I'm
love like now.
displeased.
I'm
Moving
not happy. Wait, I'm like looking at the timeline. I'm like, wait a second.
Well, okay, moving on, because we are talking about the timeline. We do have timeline trivia that we have played with?
Yes.
I don't have the questions. Someone has
Oh no.
I have a question.
Oh, Steph is the game master.
Yeah, Steph, you have the
Well,
question.
they're kind of hard.
Y'all are gonna beat me at this. This is my timeline.
We basically like saying questions and everyone has to answer them. Steph, take it away. See what Jenna's got.
When is the Dublin trip?
Like Johnny's Dublin trip.
Yeah, like when they go and he gets
Yeah,
hurt.
like the Dublin trip when they go on the bus and Johnny gets hurt.
Oh. Oh shoot. No. It's definitely 2005, right?
Yes.
Definitely 2005. Okay, it's
Mhm.
after her birthday, so it's late March, early April. That's gonna be the best I can do. It's definitely late March, early April. That's as accurate as I can get.
March 25th.
Yeah, it's actually
That's so good. I say that's
All right.
correct.
That
I
is
say
correct.
that's right.
Absolutely.
We kind of already talked about this one, but when is the 90s party?
Oh gosh. Okay, this is really bad of me. All those parties, like,
This is the one from R6 with Joey. The one that starts R6.
The Bambi. When Eva gets Bambi.
When does R6 start?
January. No, sorry.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You-
yeah. So January
You can
10th
guess yourself.
is the beginning. So it would have to be like the end of December, 1st of January. Was the 90s party a New Year's party?
It was just after New Year's. It was before school started.
Okay, then
It's
yeah, like
when-
it's really like the 1st of January. It would have to be like the 1st to the 6th-ish of January.
The 8th. Very close by saying the 6th.
So school starts the 10th.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's what I was trying to narrow it down from. I knew it's like it was right at the beginning, but it had to be before school then. See, there's just like, I don't know, there's so many parties between the New Year's parties and Hugh's birthday parties that they all start to like in my brain.
Merge in your brain. Yeah.
And
Me
then
and my
there's like a
peanut
teen party and
Do you know when winter ball is?
Shoot. December.
Yeah.
Right?
Do you know the
Yeah,
dates?
December. I don't know. Wait.
a
give me
couple
second.
days before Christmas.
Dang, see, I was about to go a couple days after. I was about to like the 28th.
It's before Christmas.
Before Christmas, girlfriend.
Like around the 21st-ish, 20th, 21st.
It's the 23rd. Yeah.
23rd.
Bad.
I'm really exposing myself here. I've done made a
You
time.
know, you know all the month and the year. The dates are hard because it's like
I
you
know
don't
around
have-
when everything happened. But that goes back to so many things happen at one time that it's hard to be like, okay, this was this date,
Yeah.
this was this date. I just know like in a roundabout what was going on.
When does Binding 13 start?
January 10th. I got that one. 2005.
What year? Perfect.
I can do that one.
Trick question.
Oh no.
This one's a trick question. When does Taming 7 start?
They're
That's
in
why
the
it's a little tricky.
summer. It would have to be like July of 05. Because
So
they're in the
close.
summer. They've not gone back to school yet. So it's like June, July.
It's August 2005, so summer 2005. The other answer was May 1995 because it has like that prologue.
Okay, the
prologue.
prologue. Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's summer 2005. You're correct.
Okay. See going back. I know roundabout. I know we were in summer because they were at the pool. Claire got the lifeguard job, like all that.
And then what's the next
When's
one?
Lizzie's birthday?
The 9th, June 9th.
Yes. You know the year?
Wait.
Kind of hard.
I say 91, but that feels wrong.
It's
They're older
88.
than.
Okay, 88. I can say that felt wrong. Maybe is 91 when the books start?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
that's why. June 9th.
I was told that these ones are like really hard.
Oh no.
And then I was not allowed to make
I
that
would
make
not get
questions
these
anymore.
I don't think I would get these right if I was doing it, if I'm being honest.
I don't know that I would have gotten them right either.
Me with every
What
question, I'm
year-
like, oh, no.
What year do Liz and Hugh go as Morticia and Gomez Adams?
This is gonna be a completely random guess. Okay, we're gonna go
There's no way I would get that right.
Me either.
2000.
So Kiva,
1997.
that was a guess.
I don't think I would have got that right either.
No.
What year does Hugh give Liz the anklet? I'll give you a hint. It's the same year that Kiva passes.
It's the first birthday after.
I really truly don't know. I'm
What year, does
embarrassed.
Kiva pass? What year does Kiva pass? You know it.
I can't.
What date? What day?
I'm blanking. It's April.
Think of the letter.
Okay, we're in what year in the current timeline? And it's been
In 2005.
5 years since Kiva's passing.
2000.
Okay. I'm embarrassed. I'm really embarrassed for that.
It's
We're
April
putting you on the
5th,
spot.
2000. That's
I
when the
really-
letter is dated. April 5th, 2000.
Okay, what's her actual passing date? Is that the
The
Technically-
22nd.
other 24th?
Oh, 24th.
Okay, see,
24th.
a two kept coming to my mind, and I couldn't figure out what the two was. The 24th.
Yeah. It's dated April 5th. That's the day that she catches the Gibbsy stuff. And then April
Yeah.
24th is like the quote unquote
When she
real
actually-
passing day.
Yeah.
Do you know when the Youngs moved back to Ballylagan? This is hard. But it's in the beginning of R10, so
91 is
Not
when it
allowed to make questions anymore.
starts. So it would have to be like 91 to 93-ish, somewhere in there.
You're
But I
correct.
could
It's
not
92.
give you on that.
No, it's 92. 1992. You're right.
I knew it was somewhere in there.
And then, do you know
Yay.
when Joey gets out of rehab?
Mm-mm. I mean, I could tell you 2005 for sure. Let's think. Wait, hold on. AJ's born the 31st, so he's out like the 28th through the 30th of August, somewhere in there.
Yeah, August 29th.
Yes.
You
You did it. You just have to think it through. But no, you did good.
So
The ones you
good.
got wrong, I think I would have got wrong too. I wouldn't know the Halloween Morticia Adams and Gomez one. There's no way I would remember
No.
that.
That was,
And then-
was like a.
That's really hard. I don't know what
That's
I was
re-
thinking.
No, that's really, they were harder. We had to change them because Steph made them so hard. I was like, Steph, I don't know these answers. They
I
were
was
so
like-
hard.
Well, we were trying to come up with them before right before we recorded with Elaine, and I was like
Yeah.
just trying to think of like random things.
Random
See, the
hot.
Morticia and Gomez Adams one is hard because that goes back to another thing that, like, say if you technically read in like the normal order and you never did a timeline order, I don't think you would catch that at all. Like, I think you have to read in timeline order to realize that happened.
Yeah.
Because it happened
Yeah.
so quickly. Because both times that the costumes are mentioned are like a very quick passing.
Yeah,
like it's
they are.
Claire in, I think, Taming 7 listing out
Yeah.
everyone like, oh, this couple should do this couple should do this. And then it's just kind of quickly mentioned in Releasing 10 when they do the costume. It's like, oh, they come out and this is what they are. Like neither like,
And that's when you're like, Claire, that's diabolical.
yeah. Yeah, they're all sitting there like, oh, all right.
You're like, Claire.
Claire was
I'm
trying to
doing
tell us something.
And then also when she's like, yeah, Hugh just like won't stop listening to this song in that new snippet, I'm like, Claire's
Alright.
just saying like crazy things that I'm like, what?
That's kind of what I love about Claire, because I do think she has like her own trauma to an extent, but kind of if you had to rank character trauma, Claire would fall like more at the bottom of that list. And I love how she's so happy-go-lucky that she's just like out here like throwing shade, not knowing she's throwing shade. Like she's just making everyone spiral, and they're like, Claire, shut up.
Something I saw online that like made me think I don't give Claire enough credit was like she has her own trauma from her dad's depression and like him kind of like isolating himself. And so like she might seem like super happy-go-lucky, but she also is dealing with that and like hasn't been addressed yet. And so I was like, okay, I need to like lighten up and give her more credit, even though I don't like relate with her very well.
I kind of agree, especially whenever I think about Katie's character, which I kind of sometimes catch myself shading Katie's character a bit more than I should. And it comes down to the fact that I'm like, we don't have her point of view. Because I was the opposite with Lizzie. Before we had Lizzie's book, I feel like I was one of the few that, I don't want to say that picked up on things that were going on, but like I never hated on her. Like I was like, I know something's going to come out of left field here. Like there's going to be more. And I don't think I gave Katie that same grace. Like I kind of take Katie and her comments for what they are. The way Katie acts is how I think I acted in high school, and I didn't like myself. So like I kind of compare myself and then give her judgment for that, and that's not fair. And then to think we don't have her point of view. Like I'm sitting here judging somebody on like 6 comments she's made in 6 books. Like that's not fair. Like we need her brain. We can say anything actually about her.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. It was interesting because of the comments in one of Bree's videos yesterday. People have created this like narrative of who Katie is based off of like very, very limited information. And I'm like, guys, if Patrick Feely, who's going to be a rock star, is like that in love with this girl, she's not some innocent, demure little wallflower. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Think about like if Patrick's getting with Casey right now, and Casey and Katie are very like good friends. Like if she was a wallflower, then she would just never go for Patrick after that. Like she would kind of leave that be like the whole like, well, he was with my friend, so I can't cross that line. We all know she's gonna cross that line. So like she's willing to be a little testy. But I like that about her. I think everyone needs like.
I think people
like
take
that.
it as negative, but for some reason they take it as a negative. Like that's a positive of her character. Being blunt, it could be a very good positive. Like I like someone who's bold. Like being
That's what I
like,
was trying to say in the comments yesterday. I was like,
yeah,
if I based her off of just her interactions with Lizzie, no, I don't like her. But then if I think about the fact that I'm like, okay, we have 6 scenes where her and Lizzie talk. You can't judge a person on the way they talk about one character, especially when you think about the fact that we all know her boyfriend's in love with his ex-girlfriend, Lizzie.
Yeah.
Like I would probably be the
there's
exact
gonna be
same.
like that tension. Yeah, there's gonna be that
like,
tension between the girls. That's just normal.
Mhm.
That's a normal thing.
And that doesn't
I mean,
make her
I
a
would, be,
bad
I
person.
would be very insecure if my boyfriend like blatantly was telling me like, I've been in love with this girl since I'm 7. I'm trying to get over her. I'll be like, what do you mean you're trying to get over her? You're not over her yet?
Yeah.
I'll be like, what do you mean? I would be a little
And then
insecure
if the
too.
guy
I'd
I
be
like really liked hooked up with my best friend, Well, he hooked up with one of my good friends, Casey, and then also was pining after my current boyfriend's love, I'd be like, yeah, I'm gonna call her out
got
for
like one
eating
of those
frozen
sparks in
Marmite.
her house, like pinning everyone together, and she's like, all right, you've been with you used to date you,
Yeah.
you're with this person. She's probably also trying to be like, all right,
It's
where
like,
do I
what is
stand?
this? What shape are we in?
This spider web's really going.
I can't make sense of this. How did I get here?
Say we had like randomly say we got Taming 7 before we ever got Johnny and Shannon's story. I don't think you'd like Johnny. People would not like Johnny. Like, you have the whole scene of them sitting in biddies, and every single one of the guys call out how Johnny doesn't know anything about them. He thinks Gidsy, his best friend's birthday, is Shannon's birthday. And then I can't remember exactly what Patrick and Huey say, but I know both of them also call him out on something he gets wrong. So it's just like, it takes to have the character's point of view to actually be able to understand it like them. And I think that's fully how Katie's going to be. I think once Katie's book comes out, everything is going to change.
Yeah. We're gonna get why she's saying what she's saying. We're gonna get her back, like the backstory, the internal monologue. We're gonna be in Katie's head, which is something I'm very excited to be in, to be honest. Because like it's gonna be a wild ride for me. Let me tell you.
And I think it's gonna be so relatable. Like having your friend getting with the guy you actually like and you're in love with, dating a guy who actually likes someone else and not feeling it. Like her story is gonna be extremely relatable. I feel like
a lot of
like her
people,
story is gonna be something people can connect to. Like Lizzie's is something that not everyone has experienced, or at least not to its full max. Same with Shannon. Not everyone's been bullied. Some have, but not like the vast majority. But these normal high school things that Katie's going through, absolutely. I don't want to say normal, but you know what I mean. Like they're very common
it's
things.
more normal, like high school stuff. Like it's not uncommon for someone you're dating to like another person, or like if someone.
Well, and also it's not uncommon for like parents to be separated or to have like a kid without being married, and like, you know what I mean? Or like living with a grandparent versus like your parents, that kind of stuff. So I think
like,
that
I had really young parents, so like I feel like that's too relatable. And like I remember like growing up, and like some of my friends' parents were a lot older, and I was like, my mom's not that age. You know, like that's not accurate. But like, I mean, even me and my boyfriend, like our parents are completely different ages. Like, so I feel like even that's like something that is normal for a lot of people too. So that Katie's gonna have to go through, and like her grandparents taking care of her totally can relate to that. Like, so like I think her story is going to be very relatable in the sense of like those things, family dynamics, stuff like that, just a normal high school teenage experience of like people being shitty. And I'm sure she has underlying things that are probably going to be worse and stuff like that, because there's always an extra layer to her stories. But like that stuff I think will be relatable.
I just think within the fandom, she's controversial for that reason, because you either take her for the snippets that we have and you judge her for it, or you take her as this like wallflower that could do no wrong. But I think she sits very much in between. Like she's very in the middle. She's bold, like we said, but she's also a very sweet, nice person. Like especially, I mean, we know from the scene she has with Lizzie that she doesn't like Lizzie. They have that tension there. But also, there's the scene that they're at one of the parties. I believe it's in Saving Six, and Aoife is like all jealous when she sees Joey talking to Lizzie, and Katie's the one to be like, "Oh no, like they're just friends. Like that's nothing. Don't worry about that. Like they're not over there flirting." Like Katie has Lizzie's back, kind of in that like scene. She's not over there just shit talking.
They're not always like at each other too. Like there's the scene after like the funeral, and they're like creating the daisy chain.
Yeah, like
they can be civil. They can be civil together. Like it's not like they can't. Do I think they're gonna be best friends? Absolutely not. I will die on that hill. I don't think they'll ever be best friends. I think that would be an episode for disaster, if I'm being completely honest. Like I just don't think you should be friends with like some like your girlfriend's ex and ex, you know, or your boyfriend's ex. You know what I mean? I don't see that. They don't have much in common in my mind. But I think they can be civil. I think they can be civil acquaintances.
I agree. That's why, like, I really think, like, if we put this in true reality, the core 10, once they hit college or I guess university for them, they all need to go their separate ways. Like, stay as your couples, but friend group, let's disperse out a little bit. We all need to take some time.
Anything else you want to like plug about your incredible timeline? I think we really like.
It's in my bio. It's in everyone's bio. Go use it.
Yeah, we'll link everything too. It's always in our bios, but we'll make sure it's linked to everything here too.
So we have every version you want. We have the timeline, we have the study guide, we have the calendar.
If you're a visual person, if you're more of a reader,
coach yourself.
We have a lot. Sometimes I look at it, I'm like, wow, that's insane.
Yep, we have problems.
I'm like, wow, I took that really far.
Alrighty, well, thank you, Jenna, for coming on today. We definitely will have you back. We have some things coming up, so we are keen to have you back on. If you're not following Jenna, we'll have all her links below, so please make sure if you are going to do a timeline reread, we are planning on, I guess, like organizing one between now and the end of the year so everyone can kind of do it with us. So we obviously will be using Jenna's guide, and then have your calendar with you alongside, because I think it also really helps to kind of get an idea of what's exactly happening across all the point of views. And yes, we will be updating them as the series continues with the next few books that are coming out, but that'll be obviously next year. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you're following and you are subscribed for more, because we will be doing this more regularly. Okay, thanks. Bye.